Everybody, Grest here. So today we're going to have a little discussion about SPR rifles and what those are intended for. Specifically, this particular one right here. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, a couple of quick things before we get started on this quick discussion about what an SPR rifle is in the classical sense, historical sense, and then of course what I have here with my kind of version of that, okay? First thing, this is in fact clear, no magazine, no ammo, nothing in the chamber. So the history of SPR actually came from the military, and specifically the Mark 12 Special Purpose Rifle. That's what SPR stands for, Special Purpose Rifle. There was a bunch of different variants, but essentially there were 16-inch as well as 18-inch variants. My best guesstimation of what they were trying to do was come up with some sort of an intermediate between a carbine size 14.5-inch as well as a standard M16A2 or A4, which is a 20-inch barrel. So they wanted a special purpose rifle that was kind of in between, and so hence the Mark 12 was born. And this, of course, is my variant of a special purpose rifle. So a lot of people will throw something together and say, hey, this is an SPR type build or what have you, and that's all fine and dandy. So again, this is kind of my iteration of that. And this particular project, you've seen some videos on this in the past, so this is not a new project per se, but I'm kind of revisiting it because I have had it out to fire a little bit recently. So just to go over the specs on this, at the heart of an SPR, in my opinion, is going to be the barrel itself. And here you can see the Ballistic Advantage 223 Wild 18-inch rifle length gas system barrel. This is their stainless steel fluted variety. So I was trying to save a good bit of weight on this. Out here in the end, you see a rugged suppressor 2-port flash hider. I typically run a rugged Razor or a rugged Radiant on the end of this. I do have a Magpul bipod, and then out here on the end to kind of fine tune that gas, I do have a Superlative Arms adjustable gas block. As far as the rail system itself, it is from Aero Precision as well. This is their Atlas R1. Is a very, very, very lightweight and skeletonized handguard system. I was trying to save a lot of weight on this because, as you can see there, I have a rather large optic installed on this. This is the Vortex Diamondback Tactical 4-16 by 44. This is a first focal plane scope. It is non-illuminated. I may change this out at some point. And then mounted there on the top of the Picatinny rail, of course, is a American Defense mount. And majority of all of these parts and accessories came from my friends over at Brownell. So definitely check them out if you're looking to do something such as this. At the heart of the rifle is, of course, the Aero Precision M4E1 receiver set. It has a LaRue MBT2S 2-stage trigger, a Magpul K2 Plus rubberized grip, and then out here on the end, I've actually had a couple different iterations, but this is the Magpul PRS Lite stock. It does have some adjustability for cheek comb as well as length of pull, and I have it set up here pretty much the way that I need it set up. So how does this thing shoot overall? Well, let me tell you, with the rifle length gas system, It is a very, very soft shooter, especially with this adjustable gas block on here. I have shot groups for it, but it's been quite a while now, and it can definitely put down some 1-inch groups with this particular barrel and of course the right ammo setup. Nothing to complain about there. So I'll do a quick weight measurement of this, but as it sits here with the bipod and the optic, it's right at 10.2 pounds. So to some of you guys that are thinking of the weight of a standard 16-inch rifle with nothing on it, which is normally 7.5-ish, it might seem like a little bit a lot. However, that's with a bipod and this larger optic as well as this mount. So could some further weight be shaved off of here? Well, the PRS Lite stock does add a little bit of extra heft and weight to it as well, but it's also a more stable platform for long distance accuracy. So I feel like it's a pretty good compromise to have a 10-pound rifle with what you see here. Now, the only addition to that would be a suppressor, and of course my suppressors weigh somewhere around 1 pound, so if you add a pound to that, still would be an 11.2 pound rifle. And that's plenty acceptable for something like this that's meant for potential long range. So I would really love to see or hear from you guys as far as your SPR builds. Who has done something like this, kind of an intermediate 18-inch? What are your thoughts? What are your experiences? That sort of thing. And of course, if there's anybody in the military that has experience with the SPR Mark 12 or other type of SPR rifles, I'd love to hear from those folks as well. So I appreciate everybody watching today's video on this SPR rifle right here. If you're looking to get your project started, definitely go check out my friends over at Brownells. Use code BOP10. You'll save 10% off. Any questions or comments, please put those down below. And as always, I appreciate everybody watching and subscribing, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Y'all take it easy.